Hello, my name is Jay, and this is my attempt at a global hardcore Nuzlocke. This means that any teammates that survive the Elite Four will get reincarnated in the next region, but any Pokemon who faint during the run will have their whole line eliminated for the entire challenge. Standard hardcore Nuzlocke rules apply. Catch the first encounter on every route, no using items in battle, all battles are on set mode, and no overleveling past the next gym leader. The goal is to see if we can make it through every region in the Pokemon world. We're starting today in FireRed. Welcome to Kanto. Last time, I beat the crap out of Giovanni. So for this episode, I think what we need to do, to be honest, is we're going to have a little back-to-back gym gauntlet, I think. Why am I not just using the elevator like a civilized person? Did I even talk to the president of Sylph Company? Do I have a Master Ball? I do. Why is the rocket music? I'm on floor 2. Why is the rocket music still playing? Shouldn't we be done with that? Maybe it stops once I leave the building. Team Rocket is gone. It's safe to go out again. Let's see if the music changed. Lazy. What's my team looking like after that fight? Yeah, as you can tell, Giovanni didn't do much to me. Because if I remember correctly, Oyster's health is like that because I cursed his Kangaskhan and he couldn't touch me. So all damage I received against the leader of the Mafia was self-imposed. Let's go explore Saffron now that we don't have any ne'er-do-wells in our way. And then I do believe we can just go take on Sabrina and Koga back to back. My daughter is so self-centered, but she has a few friends. Likes to mimic people. It's rather vexing. Let's see if this said daughter has a scared shitless Jigglypuff. It's a doll. Oh, a Chunkachu? You're real, right? You're moving. Yeah, okay. Oh. Canonical Pokemon riddles. Love that. Oh, wow, a pocket doll for me. Thank you. You know what? I can teach the move Mimic. No. No, thank you. Okay, let's go with Koga first. I feel like he's probably going to be the one that I don't need as much to be scared about. I think my team is pretty well equipped to taking him out. I do need my bird back out here, whose name I do remember. It's Pickle. We have on our team right now, we have, I remember from memory, we've got Brussels the Venusaur, Basmati the Alakazam, Mochi the Golem, Sushi the Vaporeon, I just forgot just the name of that Pokemon, Carrot the Arcanine, and Gengar, the Gengar, obviously. Whose name is actually Oyster, of course. Forgot we picked up these two guys. That's a fun looking box. We still only have these 3 poor souls, correctly? Yes. Let's get Pickle out here. Level 38, that's not bad, Pickle. Arcanine. I do feel like Arcanine might have the most dead weight right now because he doesn't know any good fire moves. One day I'm gonna go gamble my life savings away, but today is not that day. Can I not just take the item off of you? Ugh. Move items? Is that a button? Okay. Because I'm thinking ahead, right? I'm thinking ahead to what's her chops? Lorelei. And I feel like I don't have a good Lorelei answer. Or at least not the best Lorelei answer. Which makes me think that maybe Hitmonlee might not be bad to start getting some levels on, right? So yeah, let's put this this Hitmonlee up front. Let's give myself a reminder too on Lax. I don't know what that does, but I feel like it's not great. Limber's cool. Let's hope that switch training in this gym is not a dumb idea. Also, let me peek at level caps here. Yeah, they're both level 43. This is a good test. Not terrible. Not a terrible, flinch. Headbutt. Alright, let's see how your fizz go. Is that a crit or was it just a high roll? Oh, and the flinch cool. I thought it was a lot closer to the level cap than I actually am. We might go through both gyms first and see how that looks. Where's the experience share in this game? That might be a good thing to look up. I need to have 50 Pokemon in my Pokedex. What am I sitting at to get the experience share? 40? Alright, this looks like Switch training is back on the menu, boys. I did all that work too. No, I was gonna say, let's give... what's everybody's moves? Let's familiarize myself with that. Adamant, I forgot that. That's awful, Basmati, I'm sorry. You have Thief, and you're not holding anything at the moment. We're gonna give you the black glasses. I was a magician once upon a time, but I dreamt of becoming a ninja, so I joined this gym. Hi, my name's Jay. That's how normal people introduce themselves. Juggler Kirk! We are Juggler Kirk. You know, like, Dark Kick? Wow. I feel like this is going to be a very sushi-heavy gym. Let's see if this is a dumb decision or not. It was definitely a dumb decision. Holy cow. Alright, note to self. As I blitz through... I could probably walk across the entire map before Vaporeon dies of poison damage. Let's, mental note. Gengar might be a great ghost killer, but don't switch it into any psychic moves, because that would be dangerous. A psychic from an Alakazam would have murdered him. Her. Oyster is a her, I believe. Because she is my favorite child. It's a him. Do I have all boys? Except for Sweet Precious Mochi. Alright. I also study the way of the ninja with Master Koga. Ninja have a nice using ninja as a plural. Have a long history of using animals. Alright, let's switch Jerky back in and see if we can get a clean. Nope, he woke up immediately. Glare, Limber, you love to see it. Now who's faster? Are all these fighting moves? Fucking awful. How hard you hit, Jerky? Not bad, bud. Now we did all that just so we could have some clean switches. So I could get Jerky back in there for some XP. That's right, I feel like Jerky's nature was plus special defense, which I was pretty okay with. I feel like special attack might be the one that takes a hit there. Jerky, I feel like you're a one-kick pony here, but let's, all of your moves except for Brick Break suck, dude. We need to do something about that. Let's get Jerky back in here for a little fun, huh? So are you limber enough to dodge a poison? Is that how that works? That was a crit? Okay. Jerky, I feel like you might have this guy's number. As long as you don't get poisoned here. It'd be funny if his AI forgot that you have limber and he used glare right here. Nope, poison sting again. Jerky, you're dodging the poisons. I'd love to see it. Alright, who's the lucky next trainer to take a smacking from us? It's this guy. Stop! Right there. The famed invisible walls of Fuchsia Gym have you frustrated? No, I can see the tiles, but I appreciate you asking. Tamerville? I prefer a Wilder Phil. We're playing this game again. Might as well just get Jerky back in there, huh? Wait, no. Wrong button. I meant to do this. Hey, for the sake of fun, let's do something unnecessarily risky. Fuck yeah, Jerky. How bad? Oh, that's not bad. Let's do it again. Certainly you can't miss twice in a row, right? Master Koga comes from a long line of ninjas. What did you descend from? That's a good question. I don't believe I have a father. Poor Jay. That's wild that goes off of my worst stat. Alright, now this guy I don't want to f with. Ooh, no. Sushi, get in there. Is that the whole gym? No, there's this guy. Oh no, these invisible walls are frustrating me. Oh, I can't get to... I gotta go back out the way I came. That's fine. We'll take that guy on and then we'll go clear Sabrina's gym, and then we might have to grind. Not a lot of diversity in the trainers of this gym, because I feel like we just did the exact same thing with both of these guys. Let's see if I outspeed this Kadabra. I do. Destiny Bond? No thank you. I don't want to plan around losing Gengar from the entire run. Let's go fly back to Saffron and take on that gym. Jerky, we will grind you up in a minute. I feel like Carrot should come out for this gym. And we're going to lead with Carrot through this gym and see how that goes as a thought. I wonder, do I remember the path to get to Sabrina without dealing with gym trainers? I think it's this. And then I think it's this. And then I think you go straight down. And there she is. Alright, well, let's start from the beginning. And I can just be proud of myself for remembering that. Alright, what's this gym looking like? Sabrina is young, but she's also our highly skilled leader. You won't reach her easily. I just did, pal. I'm sorry, I'm loath to tell you that, but I reached her quite easily. Let's see how that looks against a Slowpoke. Ooh. Gosh, fuck me. Giving Slowpokes crits, is that what you feel good about that game? Yeah, I guess... Oh, at least we got the flinch, but I guess that's not a roll, huh? Alright, this thing might know something. Like Surf. Nope, we're just headbutts all the way down. You and I, our Pokemon shall battle. Let me guess. You... Tasha? Yeah, I figured. Nothing a handful of bites isn't gonna fix. Sabrina is far younger than I, but she has earned my respect. Got a building full of biographers over here. Let's see if you can one-shot a Haunter. You can. I'm starting to feel like overconfident about both of these gyms, which I absolutely know I shouldn't. I'm so glad you're not a fairy type yet. Why they gave Mr. Mime the fairy type, I don't know. I wonder if it's derogatory. Let's see what this does. Carrot. Oh, well that's just annoying. Very nice. Bite. I do need to remember Sushi's not very fast, just bulky. You know, Kadabra, in another life that would have saved you. But not against a critical hit special bite. Does our unseen power scare you? Nah, I've just been mashing the bite button since I walked through these doors. I'm not intimidated whatsoever by your four Kadabra's not bad, but I do believe I have a giant dog who is going to bite you with his giant teeth. Alright, you leveled up now since the last Slowpoke, right? And this one's a lower level? This ought to do the trick, right? Yes, sir. Damn, Mr. Mime is bulky. You know what, Mr. Mime? If you do declare, I think I got everybody here. Did I get this kid? Yes, I got that kid. I know I got this guy. I just got that guy. Alright. This kid? There we go. I think he's the last one. Saffron Pokemon Gym is famous for training psychics. Is telekinesis and zero-G the same thing? They're not. I don't think Slowbro really knows much that can scare me, but we're gonna leech seed it just for funsies, just as a treat. Hopefully it doesn't. Sure. We're good with that. We'll take those. Let's see if we can get a little poison powder action going, huh? Yeah, we can. Alright, well, this fight's over. Unless something absolutely insane happens. You know what? That's fair, Slowbro. Now, I don't know what this Slowbro has. As super tempted as I am to use Curse, we're gonna use Shadow Punch. Cool, that's gotta be that whole gym, right? Ooh. Well, except for that room. Alright, well then I know how to get out of here. And it's just that easy. Okay, well now, I think who do we want to take on first? Let's take on, I feel like Sabrina's the scarier fight. I feel like I already had this conversation with myself. I feel like Sabrina's the tougher fight. So if I'm gonna enter any gym to fight the gym leader slightly underleveled, it's gonna be Koga. I'm gonna want Oyster, Basmati, and Brussels pretty high for this next gym, with Oyster being probably underleveled, just in case. Oh, right. I gotta use the actual thing, don't I? Alright, boys, who's ready for a battle? Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Where's the amulet coin? Did I ever get that? Did somebody want to give me that for 40 coins? Let's look that up. I just looked up the amulet coin. I have 40 species of Pokemon, and it is literally in the guard gate right next to where I'm at. Hello, friend. I do remember you. I've looked up your biography, and I know that you're going to give me this amulet coin because I have exactly 40 Pokemon. Which means how much money do I have? Ooh. Getting close to being able to just straight up buy Shadow Ball or Flamethrower. Now here's a test of our upcoming gym lead. that's unfortunate. I mean, I don't miss, which is good, because that's definitely going to be a colossal pain in the tuchus. Come out and play, little mouse. I'll treat you right. That is a terrifying sentence to say to a 10-year-old. Alright. Let's see if I got enough coins for Flamethrower. That's Ice Beam. This is Flamethrower, right? That's Thunderbolt. That's Thunderbolt. There we go. Flamethrower acquired. Let's just go ahead and slap that on old carrot. Mochi can learn Flamethrower. That's incredible. Ooh, Haze could be fun. As much as I would love to keep Quick Attack, you so rarely get to f around with status like this. I don't think I fought these guys the first time. What are you holding, Mochi? Quick Claw? That's very funny. We're gonna keep it. This is my turf. Get out of here. No, I wish I was leading the Vaporeon so I could say this is my surf. I feel like these guys, they're like the Willem Dafoe meme where he's like looking up scared. Like every time I come out of this guard gate and bust out the Verse Seeker, that's the face these guys make. Either way, I think I'm done grinding on these guys. Let's get down to Fuchsia. Alright, we're gonna take on Koga first. Basmati, we're just gonna put you up there. I don't think there's a single item the items in this game kind of suck. Except, do I have a berry? Let's see, do I have a Pecha Berry? Sure. You can hold the Pecha Berry. Why not? So the idea here for this battle is hopefully Basmati can just run it through. If not, if we start getting hacked with status BS, we're gonna switch to Oyster. So honestly, Sushi, I know you love your leftovers, but we're gonna let your fellow maritime cuisine brother hold it for a second. And if all else fails, maybe we'll try to get Brussels in there for Elite Seed if we need some extra support. Ideally, Basmati's just gonna sweep this gym. I'm just gonna click Psychic 5 times, and we're gonna be done with it. But if not, we got the backup plan. Hopefully, and then Sabrina, we can go in with Oyster and just click Shadow Punch 5 times. Let's do it. Oh, that was kind of anticlimactic. Not like undoing that screen and then not just being right there at Koga. But you know what? I didn't want the risk of accidentally turning around and talking to him when I wasn't ready. Let's do a double take. We are good with Basmati. Wahahaha, a mere child like you dares to challenge me. The very idea makes me shiver with mirth. Very well, I shall show you the true terror as a ninja master. I thought that was going to be the end of his spiel here. Poison brings steady doom. Sleep renders foes helpless. Despair to the creeping horror of poison-type pocket monsters. Alright, Koga. Let's see. I'm fairly certain this ought to be casualty number 1 for you. Whew. Alright, off to a good start. This ought to... No, you're not gonna... Ooh, he did. He did it. Well, then I'm not worried about this. I feel like Muck is the more specially defensive of the two, so if Psychic took out Muck, it should take this Wheezing down. If my... Yes. Alright, cool, Basmati. Sometimes it is as simple as getting your overpowered Psychic type up to the level cap and then moving on with your life after that. I will take the soul badge. Thank you, sir. Okay, so you let me use Surf. TM6, I'm definitely going to want to mess around with that after we get to the Elite Four. It'd be really nice if you just let me walk through this. Okay, cool. I need to update my sidebar as well. I feel bad for, well, Arcanine didn't really do anything. I mean, Carrot didn't really do anything. I would have felt really bad if I'd left Basmati off and he just cleared the crap out of that gym. Alright, okay, now here we go. We are standing in front of Sabrina. We got our team. We have our shiny new soul badge. Alright, and we got Oyster edged right up to before evolving so that we can get the extra little bit of advantage over Alakazam. Now, I don't want to be switching Oyster out. I really don't want to be switching anything into any of these pocket monsters. Now, in the event that I do, Sushi is back there. He should be able to tank anything that's coming my way. Probably should have gotten him up to 43, but I was lazy. The biggest hurdle that we have for Sabrina is that it's not like Koga, where it's just a bunch of straight up... I can't just click Shadow Punch 5 times, I've come to realize. She has a little kink in my plans named Venomoth. So what I'm going to do to deal with this Venomoth to where I hopefully don't have to switch my boy out, switch Oyster out, we're going to go ahead and give him the Psychic TM. I was worried about losing him against Koga due to some BS, but since we didn't, let's go ahead and give him this over Confuse Ray. I still want to do some Curse BS. I feel like I might have that opportunity against Bruno later down the road, if I'm not just whacking him with Psychic. But let's go ahead and get in there before I do anything particularly stupid. Alright, you're right there. Do I have a rare candy? If I have a rare candy, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to Sushi. I have 5 rare candies? Color me astounded. Cool. Let's just go ahead and give this to Sushi. Special attack, special defense. You love to see it. Also, I thought about possibly grinding money for the Shadow Ball TM, but I didn't because Oyster is going to learn Shadow Ball in like 3 levels. And as much as I want to give him that, I just can't bring myself to grind up all that money to give a TM to someone that's about to learn it anyway. So, let's go, Sabrina. You had a vision of my arrival? Yeah, I came and saw you like 3 times. It started when a spoon I carelessly tossed bent. That's because you hit it against the ground. I just like battling, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. I know I'm not necessarily in the minority, but her Soul Silver redesign is A+, where she's wearing just normal clothes like she grew up and stopped shopping at Hot Topic, and I respect that. Shadow Punch. Alright, cool. Outsped the first Kadabra. Wasn't too worried about that one. I'm hoping that this is going to push me over the... Boom. Cool. Alright, so we got a level on the guy. Speed is 102. That might not be faster. 7 levels on you. Hopefully that does the trick. It does. Alright, cool. We might have gone ahead and wasted our Psychic TM if I don't go first here. Alright, cool. Please one-shot this thing. Oh, phenomenal. Now I feel like I could have held on to the Psychic TM and could have killed this Venomoth with literally anything else on my team, but let's see if Psychic takes it out. It does. You love to see that. Holy cow. Alright, I was worried about those 2 gems, but again, just have your team grinded up to the level cap and you don't have anything to worry about. This loss shocks me, but a loss is a loss. I admit I didn't work hard enough to win. Your victory has earned you the MARSH badge. And a lot of money. Some good bunts. Stronger Pokemon will become wild, ignoring your orders in battle. Just don't raise your Pokemon too much to avoid that problem. I like that they give you this advice when the level cap is like a 70. Is this Calm Mind? You didn't tell me what the... There we go. KM4 is Calm Mind. Cool. Oh, there we have it. That is the Gym Gauntlet down, taken care of. We, I guess we've unlocked Surf, so we can go take on the water routes. We go figure out how to deal with the Seafoam Islands, as well as whatever the Sevi Islands involves in this game. I don't know how much of that you can pass up on. And then we do Cinnabar, and then we're getting pretty close to the home stretch. Pretty excited about that. Anyway, we are looking good. The team's looking healthy. We got our badges. We got 7. And yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, it was 2 gyms in a row with without taking a hit. So, good job, team. Oh my god, look at Sushi's HP. That is preposterous. All right, cool. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, and I will see you next time.